Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and this is ridiculous. What this is basically, Frog was bored one night and said, well, I know I've got a cat eye 6x6. It needs to be an 8x8. I suppose he just decided that all of these other factory 8x8s in SnowRunner needed a little bit of competition, and he figured what better vehicle to do it with than this. Now, full disclosure, this truck is only available on PC. However, I highly recommend keeping up with Frog's mods as he is working on a bunch of console-friendly trucks that will be released very soon. Now, let's go ahead and get into everything about this truck. Now, basically what it is, and again, an 8x8 version of the Cat Eye 6x6 that you guys have all seen before, but we're going to go ahead and put the high-performance engine in it. We're going to leave the standard gearbox, standard suspension, and you can go up from a 47 to a 50 if you so desire. The only thing you have to remember with that is that if you go up to a 50, you're pretty close to the other tires. Although it looks like you have at least a little bit of space, maybe about like 6 or 7 inches or so between the two tires. Now, he has done a really good job, I think, of spacing the axles well, and I'm going to put the 50-inch boggers on it because I want to just kind of go nuts right off the bat. And the other crazy thing is the fact that you can put, like, the standard in-game semi-truck attachments on this thing. Saddle high and saddle low are available for this 8x8, and if you really wanted to do heavy hauling with it, you could. The option is there. Now, we are currently on the Stadium Super Trucks map, so we're not going to equip those just now, but we have some crazy off-road testing to do with it. Now, I feel like the machete wheels definitely fit the attitude of the truck a little bit better, and I am going to paint it red because red is the best color. Actually, I am not going to paint it red because I paint almost everything red, so we're going to paint this thing something else, and I think I'm actually going to do I'm thinking maybe either a blue or well, I wanted to do like a desert tan. I would love to do a desert tan, but I don't really have anything in here that works as a desert tan, you know what I mean? So, seeing as we don't really have anything that works as a desert tan, I think I'm going to go with a kind of a lighter blue. And it does look really, really good. Oh, we can't throw beans on the dash? Bruh, all right. Well, either way, we still have an 8x8 version of the Cat Eye. So, ooh, actually, real quick, because we do have this, I am interested. Let's see. Saddle high, heavy oil tank, let's see, oil refinery, there you go. Now, I don't think that this is going to go very well, but, oh, wow. Look how much it collapses the rear suspension. Holy smokes, but with the max engine, it's not like it really cares. Look at it. It's not like it really cares what's behind it with the max engine. I mean, again, yes, I know we're on a 50-inch tire, but look at that. That's just like, I mean, okay, that's silly. That is absolutely silly, but the fact that it's able to do that and we're seeing this right now, oh my god, it's the best. Like, this is the craziness that really makes Frog's mods great, and this truck is no exception. I mean, look at the size of this freaking oil refinery trailer. It's nuts. Now, actually, there has been a little bit of an update to Stadium Super Trucks ever since I was last here. It looks like they added a little bit of a mud testing lane. Now, I haven't messed around with it at all. I haven't used it, but what better of an opportunity to see if this truck can even remotely pull this trailer through that mud. Do I have any idea how deep it is? Nope, but I guess we're gonna find out. So far, so good, right? Oh, it's a center seating position. Yo, that's nuts. It's like a monster truck. That's really, really cool. That's actually really, really cool. Now, obviously, you have tons of grip because you literally have so many different contact patches with the ground. You literally have 8 different tires touching the ground. So, there's so many ways for... Oh, are you going to scrape? Oh, it's scraping a little bit. Just a little bit, though. I think we have enough grip to pull it through. Try low. We may need to bump it through because it's kind of... Yeah. It's gotten into a bit of a temperamental spot, I think. It's a little iffy on that. Let's see if we can kind of just yank the trailer. It may work. It may not. Gonna have to go diagonally. Ooh. Ooh, come on. And weave back and forth to get it up and over. Yes, there we go. Come on, 8x8. Oh, this thing is crazy. Now, is it realistic that this could be done? I mean, I suppose that with enough time, a good enough builder, and enough cash, you might be able to make this a reality in real life. And I know that there are going to be people out there that are going to be like, oh my god, what is this thing? It's not even realistic. But I think what some of those people fail to realize is the fact that with enough time, a good enough truck builder, and a big enough budget, you could, technically, in theory, build this in real life. Now, do I think anybody's going to? I'm not so sure. But then again, I mean, like, the guys that run Diesel Brothers, literally, just the other day, they posted about this freaking, what was it, like a triple axle F350 on tracks that they were working on with, like, the Stradman or something. Ridiculous project, but it just goes to show that what some people say are just unrealistic mods are technically possible if you have, like, the engineering and the building team, you know, behind it that can actually pull it off. It's like, it's absolutely freaking ridiculous because, and it's not just, I mean, I know a lot of people say that it's all down to, like, the budget, but you could have all the budget in the world, but if you have, like, you know, a crappy truck builder, they're not going to be able to do it. So it really just takes everything kind of coming together in the sense of having great fabricators, great welders, you know, big budget, like all of that stuff comes together, and then you get these insane truck builds. Now, this thing is actually basically pulling this thing all the way through now, so I'm going to go ahead and, like, detach that, and I don't think we really need it, so I'm going to remove it. It's just kind of going to sit there. It's going to be this ginormous thing just sitting there. So I'm also going to go ahead and take the saddle high off of the back of the truck now because I don't really want to, like, have this thing sit there with this gigantic hitch on the back. Now, I do want to try some of the obstacle courses with it, and I feel like even though it's extremely long, it may be okay. Like, it may be pretty decent. Now, I'm not going to run the timer because we'll run the timer on the stream sometime, but what I really want to see... Whoa, look at that suspension travel! That is mind-blowing suspension articulation. I would almost say that this has better articulation than the normal 6x6. Like, that's insane. This might even have better articulation than the, you know, the four-wheeled crawler variant. And automatic mode is really dang responsive, even in the rocks. That is very impressive. Now, let's see how she does up and over the logs. Wow. Wow. It's got so many contact patches with the ground that it's got so many places to absorb, you know, the bumps and the ruts. It just, there's so little ways for it to get damaged, so few. And yet, since it's the SnowRunner damage system, it finds a way. Trust me, the damage system will always find a way to damage your truck. But that's okay. I mean, a lot of trucks would have a fully damaged out suspension already. Wow, it almost jumps all the way over all the cars. It almost completely clears them. It is absolutely monstrous in terms of capability. I don't know of many other trucks, especially no other 8x8s, that could keep up with this on an obstacle course. This is probably in a class of its own because it's like a crawler slash sport slash race 8x8, which I don't think anybody has ever come up with. And look at that articulation. That is just incredible. Nothing has articulation like that in an 8x8. A little bit of damage on that one because I just literally threw it into the barrels, but I wanted to see what it could do. I mean, that's what testing is about, is like just seeing what these trucks can take. Now, I am going to go ahead and do a quick repair because I do have a feeling that it may get some damage up through the rocks. Yeah, rocks are pretty formidable in terms of what can give your suspension lots of heckin' damage. All right, let's make our way down the hill now. Gonna take the center lane. Normally I take the far right lane, and I'm not sure why, but I was noticing that that was the lane that I always took, and so I was like, yeah, let's mix it up a little bit. Yeah, it literally just spider crawls over everything. It literally just, it feels like it's spider crawling over every possible obstacle. Doesn't go very far on the jump, but the thing is, even when it noses in off of a jump, you've got an axle right there that's so far in the front that most of the time, especially if you have the 50s on it, the first thing that's going to hit 9 times out of 10 is the tire. So you really never have to worry about, you know, burying the front end in the ground off of a jump. Now, some jumps, if they're really, really aggressive, you might have to worry about that, but most jumps you'll be fine. Now, let's get across this twisting bridge. As long as we're careful, the twisting bridge won't really be an issue. It's not really an issue unless your truck is extremely wide and you're trying to get across it extremely quickly. And you guys know, if you've seen on the streams, I ran into some issues like that when we ran Monster Max through here. So that is something that can... Whoa! Whoa! Most trucks will dig in and flip right there. This thing didn't even come close to flipping. Now, high range is a little bit too much, obviously. I wanted to see if it could make it all the way through just purely running in high, and such was not the case, but it was worth a try. Just rampages through the rocks, though. It will need another quick repair, but that's no big deal, right? Oh, I was like, give me the power, and it did not want to give me the power. It was like, nope. Do not worry about it, bud. You don't need power. And I was like, yes, I do. And it was like, no, you don't. And I'm like, okay. Have it your way, I guess. Whoop. Have it your way, gearbox. All right, making my way over the concrete bridges now, or really concrete balance obstacles. God, it is in such a class of its own. Because there's no 8x8 that is anywhere near this fast. There's no 8x8 that's anywhere near this flexible. And it can still haul the trailers. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. All right, last section of obstacles now. Come on. Go, 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 go. I'm going to throw it in high. I'm literally just going to try to do it as quickly as I can. Oh, right into the rocks. Buried the bumper in the rocks, too. Now, granted, it's not really a section that I would recommend doing in high, so that was just kind of an experiment on my part to see if it was actually possible. And I'm sure it would be if you took the right line or took the right route, but if you just, like, go full blast in high, you know, just randomly whatever direction you pick, it's not really going to work out for you, and I can tell that, like, I can tell you that firsthand. Now, real quick, I don't know if I'm going to run the full racetrack, but I do want to try out a couple of jumps and see if it's as good on the track as the 6x6 is, because the 6x6 is great. And this thing may be even better because it's got 4-wheel steering up under the front end of the cab. It's nuts. All right, we're not going to start the timer. I just want to see how this thing does over the first few jumps and just on the track as a whole. So, there's 5th gear. Oh, wow, yeah. And it's great with the landings, too. Come on, turn in. You have to turn it on the throttle. There's no way that you could just turn it on momentum. Like, if you try to trail brake into the turn, it doesn't really like that. You gotta brake, kick it down a couple of gears, and then get back on the throttle, and it'll actually, the front end will dig in and pull the truck around. So, it does put you in a pretty good place in terms of handling. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Ah! I let the auto switch down on me. I should have put it in high and just ran with it. Yeah, that is a spot where the auto trans can actually, like, change down on its own. And this isn't the only truck that does that. It's not on the truck. It's more on just the way the gearboxes in this game work. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ooh, that was a close one. Caught the back axle. Okay, yeah, high range is whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! High range is like quicker than 6th gear. I've just unlocked a whole new world with high range. What the heck even is... Wow! Alright, yeah, I'll be using high range on the racetrack from now on. That's what an incredible discovery. That is like monstrously fast. Turn it in and just get into it. I'm just gonna go. Let's see how it does over the whoops in high, because... Good grip. It's very stable. Picked up a lot of damage on that one, though. I wish it had one of those suspension options for it to be pre-damaged, so technically you didn't have to worry about damage. Kind of like Roro does on some of his trucks. It's a really cool option to have if you don't want to, like, deal with the whole, like, suspension damage thing. Now, instead of going that way, I'm going to go up this way, and I'm going to try that jump up there, because that will be very telling of this thing's performance in high off the jumps. God, if you just keep your foot down through the turn, it just pulls you. Oh, that was sick. That was so sick. Oh, and it clears it so well. Dude, that is absolutely freaking awesome. And I had nothing but wonderful things to say about this thing. Taking the cat eye from 6x6 to 8x8, freaking best decision ever. That is so cool. Because now we have 4x4, 6x6, and 8x8. We have every single version of this truck covered now. So with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.